Okay, we're going to have a look at how we can put some text inside some shapes. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to draw myself a shape. Now the easiest thing to do is to have no stroke and pick a fill color. So I'm going to make myself a shape up over here. Now I can edit this shape afterwards. I'm going to add a couple of anchor points in to make it look a bit more interesting. In various places on this line here and here, and I'm going to use my direct selection tool to just move these around a little bit and make my shape a bit more interesting. Okay, that should do. I'm going to use my text tool. I'm just going to use the normal type tool here, and I'm going to type in something. I'm going to make that a little bit bigger just so it shows up a bit easier on the screen. Should be good enough. And all I really want to do now is I've got my layers open over here. I just want to make sure that my text is underneath my pathway. So there's a few different ways of doing that. I could select it and send it to the back using arrange, or I could have come up here and I could have changed the order around to put that in the same position. But basically I want to put this text inside this shape. All I need to do is to highlight and select both things at the same time. I could have used shift click to do that as well. Object, I'm looking for one called envelope distort, and I'm going to go with this one, make with the top object. And you can see what happens is it brings the text straight into the shape, follows the patterns, and it's just left me with my text. Now I can still up here change things around, so I'm in edit envelope mode, so I can still use my direct selection tool, and I can manipulate. So if I select that anchor on its own, I can move these points around and distort in any way I choose this actual text that I've put in there. I can still rotate it and do all the normal things that I would be able to do with text. Once I've selected the box, I can move it about and so on. If I want to edit it, I can still change the color and things like this. So there's my fill color. If I wanted to make my text that color, whatever, I can play around with it, and when I'm done, I'm left with my super cool text.